In today's video, we're going to talk about the weather over Europe for the upcoming week, and we're going to see what kind of weather pattern changes we can expect in the upcoming days. Also, there's going to be cold wave affecting parts of Europe, and we're going to see exactly which parts of Europe are going to be affected by this cold wave and whether we're going to have snow on the ground. So let's start by looking at the map in the middle levels of the atmosphere, around 5.5 kilometers above the ground. So we're looking this map directly from the website of AWACS Charts, and here you can see the map at 500 hectopascals. What we can see in the upcoming day is that we're going to have this anticyclone building over western parts of Europe. Here you can see it with the center a little bit east of the UK. I'm going to mark it right now just in a moment so you can see where this anticyclone is situated. So here you can see the ridge that is building over western parts of the UK. Here is the anticyclone a little bit east of the UK. And this anticyclone is going to continue to push to the north, and by pushing to the north, this is going to cause the jet stream to dip downwards over eastern parts of Europe in the beginning of April and bring some cold weather and some snow as well. So we're going to see this just in a moment. In the next hours. So here you can see what is happening. This anticyclone is going to continue to move towards northwest, and here you can see it by the 4th of April. The anticyclone here is north of the UK. Let me again draw it so you can see it better. Here is the center of the anticyclone, and this anticyclone here, this blocking pattern, is stopping the Atlantic system from moving to the east, and it's allowing for this dip here in the jet stream and this cold wave to be pushed downwards over eastern parts of Europe. So this is the trough that you can see here, and the cold wave associated with this trough is going to be pushing to the south, and it's going to bring some cold air over eastern parts of Europe around the 4th of April and after the 4th of April. And of course this cold wave is going to bring some snow as well, and we're going to see exactly in which areas we can expect snow as well. So I'm going to remove those drawings, and let's see how this trough is affecting Europe in the next days. Here you can see by the 6th of April the trough is much further to the south, and it's starting to affect even southeastern parts of Europe as well. And this is going to likely bring some snow in this area as well after the 4th, 5th of April. And as you can see, this pattern is going to remain at least until the 8th or 9th of April. And some cold air is going to be situated here, while over western parts of Europe it's going to remain much warmer. And let's now see specifically the temperature at around 850 hectopascals, which is around 1.5 kilometers above the ground. So we can see this in action. Here you can see by the 4th of April the cold wave is being accumulated here over Scandinavia, over northern parts of Europe, and in the next days it's going to continue to move towards Eastern Europe. And here you can see around the 6th, 7th of April how this cold air is starting to affect even here southeastern parts of Europe. And of course it's going to bring some snow. Here we can see one low pressure system, which I'm going to show it to you in a moment. So you can see it here. We can see a low pressure system, and this low pressure system is going to be bringing some snow as well. And we're going to see in a moment exactly how much snow we can expect with this cold wave. First, we're going to see the map with the pressure, the surface pressure and the precipitation. So we can see the areas where we can expect snow. By the 3rd of April, here you can see one low pressure system is going to start to bring some precipitation here over Scandinavia. And then with the cold wave moving to the south, here you can see that by 5th of April here we're going to have an area of snow pushing downwards. And here you can see by 6th of April this low pressure system starting to bring a lot of snow here over eastern parts of Europe as well. And now let's see exactly where we can expect the most of the snow to be accumulated. I'm going to directly check the map with the snow, and now let's see what is happening here with the snow cover over Europe for the upcoming days. After the 4th of April, notice what is happening over eastern parts of Europe. Here we can see that over almost all of Europe there is no snow besides the northern parts of Europe, but After the 4th of April, here you can see some snow is starting to accumulate. So in a lots of areas over Eastern Europe, we're going to see a little bit of snow accumulating, and here especially over parts of Russia there's going to be more snow, and in the plains and the higher elevations over Eastern Europe we're going to see a few centimeters of snow accumulating, even here up to maybe 10 to 15 centimeters in some areas, as you can see here in Eastern Europe, for example, as we can see here over Romania and parts of Ukraine as well, and Poland too. So this is what we can expect for the weather over Europe, and for the western parts of Europe it's going to remain calmer, as they're going to be under the influence of the high pressure system. If we directly check the precipitation, we're going to see that in western parts of Europe there's not going to be a lot of rain, but specifically again for Portugal and for Spain in the beginning of April we can see again here accumulated rain from this low pressure system that is here over the Atlantic. So they're going to receive some precipitation in the beginning of April as well. And now let's see exactly how much precipitation they can expect. By the 7th of April, here you can see over the western parts of Spain and over Portugal we're going to have precipitation, and the rest is over part of Eastern Europe and Southern Italy, the Balkans and Norway as well. So that's what we can expect for Europe for the upcoming days and until the 7th, 8th of April. I hope that this forecast was interesting for you, and stay tuned for my next forecasts.